All right, all right, all right, all right. And fixed. Okay, so I do want to say sorry about that, folks. Momentary internet hiccup, but it is all fixed now. All right.
Because I think that's really awesome. I always hate tribal knowledge, and so this is part of my way to get past that. I will eventually open source some settlements as well, but it was just too buggy ever for me to do it, whereas Workshop Framework is, you know, it's been like, I've been working on this for months in the background, making sure that it's very, very bug-free. So, and granted, I'm sure you guys will find some bugs, but I mean that I'm like confident in the code. Like the code is intelligently written. It's fast. It's as memory leak free as I can think to make it. So it's once I get some settlements to that same state, I will release that code as well. I will almost certainly release the Workshop Plus code immediately too. If nothing else, as some samples of how you guys can make use of Workshop Framework if you're coders. So I will probably open source that right away too.
Okay.
Let's see here. Does it run for all settlements in the background as you are playing? I'm not sure what they mean. If somebody wants to clarify that, I can get back to it. But Workshop Framework works on all settlements.
Okay.
Yes, because it basically replaces all of the workshop code to use the more snappier version. In fact, one of the biggest improvements that Workshop Framework offers is the production code. So for whatever reason, and I think this was just due to the inefficiency of the code, the vanilla scripts would divide up the production throughout the day. So you would have these giant daily update scripts running throughout your gameplay. So it would be like, so it would break it up over the cycles of the in-game day, which was very bizarre to me because players could then sleep through it and cause a bunch of script backup. It was designed very poorly. So I switched it so it's done on real-time timers, which means it won't keep triggering if it hasn't finished. And mine runs that even on an end game save with tons of production, it can finish all of the settlements, including the DLC settlements. It can process all of their production in under 90 seconds. The vanilla scripts probably would take 3 or 4 minutes to do one settlement. So that's an idea of the efficiency that this adds.
All right, that makes sense.
And again, sorry, I'm from talking code. I'll try and keep this more more mainstream and less code nerdy talk. But I figure there's got to be a few UU coders listening. So.
Yeah, he has talked to the coders a couple of times so far during the code.
Fix broken settlement issues. I think I covered that. It does fix. It should fix pretty much. It fixed every issue I could think to fix. If you guys have some default settlement issues that aren't working for you, like definitely bring them to my attention. I do know there's one wonky issue that came up with the unofficial patch that we inherited, which is that on a new save, when you roll into a settlement with children for the first time, there's a chance those kids don't get assigned anything and you have to build them new stuff. So that was something the unofficial patch caused that I inherited because I used their scripts. But to me, that's a pretty tiny issue, given how much else this improves. Will it fix settlement issues on existing settlement? Oh, you guys are updating the questions. Awesome. Good job, Bloodthirst. On existing settlement builds, will it fix the broken settlement issues? It depends on what the issue is. So if you're talking about broken, like it crashes when you arrive, no, it's not going to fix that. Those crashes are usually a save game corruption. Though we are close to, somebody posted a methodology for fixing a save that I want to test myself before I start endorsing it. But for PC players, we might have a way for you to restore broken saves. That's coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. I will make a big deal out of that if I can get confirmation it works. Does it run? Okay, we already talked about that. All workshop mods that add new stuff are compatible. So like you guys don't have to worry, like your homemaker mods, any mods that change the menus, like I'm trying to think of SOE, all that stuff will work fine. None of that will be affected. Mods that are likely to be affected are things that told you they changed the way settlements worked in some fundamental way. So if a mod says we completely disabled settlement attacks, or we changed the way happiness works, those are likely to conflict because they're probably editing the scripts. So the best way to check that if you're on PC is to just open up the BA2 file, which is real easy. You can do that with, there's BAE extractor you can download from Nexus. And I know this sounds complicated, but any of you who are savvy will do this, and we will keep a list of incompatible mods. We will absolutely put up an article on Nexus. I'll probably keep a copy of it up on the SimSettlements forum. We'll put it all over the place, incompatible mods. So as you guys find mods, so any of you guys who are savvy, who want to go look for scripts, so any script you find in Workshop Framework that you also find in another mod, let's test them. Let's see if those work together. For the most part, they won't. someone told me that Horizon edits a default script. If it does, I will work with Zawanil about making that change, making a patch to integrate with Workshop Framework, because Zawanil and I talk a lot about making some settlements and Horizon compatible. So I will definitely be in touch with him if his edits any scripts, so that we can make sure that Workshop Framework offers him the same things he needs. And that's one of the things I want to do with Workshop Framework is, if anybody in the community out there who's trying to do advanced settlement changes, if you want to discuss with me as a developer about other hooks we can add, I will absolutely add those. I want this to allow for all sorts of cool alterations to the way settlements work. Let's see. If we turn off vanilla auto assignment, does Sim Settlements take over assignment to vanilla beds and workstations? No, it does not take over. So that is a issue, and maybe I can make Sim Settlements do that. So Sim Settlements is capable of handling vanilla assignment. So what it does with city plans is any of the vanilla stuff in there, it puts it into a queue. I'll add that to my list of Sim Settlements, is to detect that. So if you guys have, if Workshop, oh, I'm typing on the wrong system. If Workshop Framework installed and auto assign disabled. Uh-oh, what am I? Uh-oh, I hit a timescale button. Anybody know what the timescale key is? Oh, there it is. It's F11. Haha, found it. If you guys aren't using Place Everywhere, you should absolutely use it. Place Everywhere, it's amazing. But it adds a lot of funky hotkeys you might not be used to, so I keep just pushing them by accident here. And auto assign disabled. Have SS take over assignment. Okay, I will add that for sure. Because I can, so here's the thing. I can make Workshop Framework assignment be, and Workshop Framework assignment is as good as it can get without breaking vanilla scripts. So because again, my goal with Workshop Framework is to make this an invisible transition and continue to work with as many mods as possible without anyone needing to make changes. Because I don't want this to be a bombshell that all of a sudden 50 mods break and their authors have to suddenly like try and scramble to fix things. I want to work with all those mod authors and get their stuff working together, because this Workshop Framework represents something huge, but it's going to require us to go back and clean some things up. And the timing of this was very deliberate. So we're all about to start playing. Well, I'm sure there are some of you holdouts who aren't even going to try it, but I think most of us are going to try out 76 for a while. Like, I have no intention of abandoning Fallout 4. I'm going to keep developing it. I'm going to keep putting out patches for SS rapidly.
Thank you.
But I am going to try 76 because it's a new Fallout game. Like, maybe it'll suck, maybe it won't. But I figure a lot of you are going to take a break from Fallout 4 and go to play 76 for a while. So this is an awesome time for those of us who are Fallout 4 developers to start doing some recalibration, to start thinking about things as a cohesive whole. Like, how can we make a better player experience? And so I think this is a great time for Workshop Framework to come out. Let's see here. Selection, rotate. Yes, you can rotate group selection. That's a vanilla thing. Okay, so when I talk about, so I think I confused some of you guys with refs linking to each other. So that's a background thing. It's very confusing, and that's why I'm going to make that option default with the linking, because it's very beneficial to have things unlink. For those, if you want the technical explanation, essentially, whenever a workshop item is built, it gets invisibly linked to the actual workbench. So that red thing that you always get all your supplies out of. Oh, and I can zip right over there thanks to Workshop Framework. So this thing right here, all of your objects are technically linked to it in the background. It's completely invisible. You would have no idea that it's happening. But what that does is it makes it so things that are linked are things like, for example, the fact that this power armor station is linked is why you can access the workshop inventory from it. It's also why you can pick it up in workshop mode. So if this were unlinked, you wouldn't be able to interact with it anymore. It would just be a static item. The exception is if you have Place Everywhere, then you can pick up these things no matter what. But without Place Everywhere, an unlinked item can't be interacted with in workshop mode. So the linking is like an invisible thing. But the power of unlinking is so that you can group select and it will ignore those things even if they're normally overlapping and would be picked up in the group select. So the linking unlinking is just a trick I came up with so that we can do selective group select and then we can do better things. So we can grab the actual items we want. We can move them around in groups. We can clone them. Like, just do way cooler stuff.
Makes sense.
Let's see here. Can layers be named? No, unfortunately, that might be a feature I can add with M4SE, but by default, no. I could theoretically add an alternative where it's like the layers are have default names, or like, for example, maybe it's like you have a selection of whatever amount of names to add. I did cap the number of layers to 16, and that was intentional. There are some base game limitations that going beyond that makes it very complicated.
16 layers.
So I kept it at 16 to keep it simple on my coding end, so I don't have to constantly battle that. But theoretically, you could have unlimited layers. Theoretically, you could name the layers, at least from a perspective of if you guys have played Conquest, you know about the settlements. You can choose between like 10 different names, and I think it's like alpha, beta, omega, stuff like that. I could do something like that where you have choices for names. Like that's something I might be able to add in the future, but it's not a priority. I think the numbers right now are good enough. It's easy for me to maintain, and once you get used to the layer system, you'll follow through. Like for example, if you delete a layer, it doesn't. For example, if I go delete layer 3, it doesn't scoot the layers or anything. So whatever I had on layer 4 will remain on layer 4, etc. So once you just have to get used to the number system, and I'm sure most of you who really like this system will. For those of you who don't, I think for a lot of you, this layer system is way too complex and annoying, and won't be fun. I think as soon as you duplicate your first layer and are able to rebuild a gigantic structure, like think about some of those giant structures you've built, like where you've built this big giant tower and you're like, you know what, I want an exact copy of that next to it, and then it takes you hours and hours and hours to build that copy. Well, now you could just copy paste it essentially. Let's see here. Can items be rotated at angles? With place everywhere, yes. So there's something, okay, this is a feature on my dream list, but I don't know if it's feasible because I'm not a huge math guy. Like I know enough math to be dangerous, but not enough. And maybe another coder who's good at math could tell me this. Is I don't think so. Right now, in order to rotate, you can rotate around this axis, no problem. If you have place everywhere, you can also rotate around other axes. So I can rotate around. Oh no, it's with the mouse. Sorry, I'm not. So you can like. I think I screwed up my mouse. My mouse is disabled right now for the stream. So like place everywhere allows you to do pseudo rotate on different axes, but it's based on the origin of the item. So like as you can see with this garage diagnostic cart, the origin of it is at the bottom. And that's why it's snapping to the ground. But if I wanted to rotate it like on its side, I would probably want to rotate around my mouse cursor, not around my crosshair. If you're on Xbox, I would probably want to rotate around that, not the bottom. And I don't know how you would calculate where that is. Like I could do the math if I had the exact point where my cursor was. Somehow I could do the math, but I don't know how to calculate that. So if somebody were to come to me with that, sure, I could add extra rotation options because that would be sweet.
Bottom. So if it rotates,
does this fix like the Sturgis quest? Get the Power quest is still going.
And what he's saying is
hard to say, like
the center so it would rotate like
the
this.
that quest I have seen get screwy, but for the most part, if you're having a problem with the Sturgis quest, it's probably some other mod that's causing issues. There are a handful of mods out there that didn't mean to include copies of the workshop scripts, but did. So they're actually this was a problem with salvage beacons early on. So the mod Welcome to Good Neighbor accidentally included the object reference script, which is like a real base level game script. And so they included a version from like Fallout 1.0. So this was before DLC were out. So then when the DLC came out and released new versions of those scripts, it broke the DLC. Like Nuka-World could actually be broken by mods because of this. So like you got to watch out for that. So like if you find a mod and it has almost no users, there's probably a good reason for that. Like mods that are well made tend to get users if they're useful. So like I recommend anybody, if you're going to try out a new mod, you don't know the mod author and it has a very few downloads, go look at the bug section, go look at the posts and see if people are ranting about it, because likely someone found a horrible problem with it or big incompatibility. Like there's usually reasons for those.
Abandonware.
If the mod authors who have your best interest at heart will try and do their best to be compatible with as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Moved settlement attack marker mods, with those conflict? No, they shouldn't. They should work just fine. Work for all settlements, mod added and new settlements. Does it work with expanded borders, height? Yes, so it works with all settlements. It works with DLC settlements. It works with mod added settlements, assuming they're set up correctly. So like the ones Nihir does, absolutely, those are going to work. I'm sure somebody out there has a bad settlement mod that doesn't work right. In general, if you're able to if the settlement tends to work as you'd expect it, it will work with the Workshop Framework and with Workshop Plus. Expanded borders and height. Yes, as long as they're set up correctly, it should work seamlessly. I could see there being like maybe some trigger issues. I know I've discussed a lot with the Annex the Commonwealth team about some issues that might crop up, and we're working on making sure that that's fully compatible. So I've been in heavy discussion about making sure that, and also for those of you who play with Annex the Commonwealth, Workshop Framework is going to eventually offer more ways for seamless integration for big mods like that with big mods like Sim Settlement. So it's kind of going to act as like a bridge between mods that conflict right now, or that you know, maybe have some quirks. Like I don't think Annex and Sim actually conflict, but I know there are some quirks. And for example, I know IDEX conflicts a little bit with Sim Settlements, which is ironic because it's an add-on pack for Sim Settlements, but one of the things that Sim Settlements does is alters workshop values, and then that confuses IDEX Logistics Station. Well, with Workshop Framework, we'll be able to resolve that. So like stuff like that, it's going to be very, very powerful.
So it's a base.
Let's see here. Interior settlement locations.
Integration issues.
Yeah, some of the functionality of this might be difficult to use. But you can disable any of it. So, for example, like you can disable flight if it becomes a problem. You can disable the super speed if it's a problem. All of the stuff that Workshop Framework that Workshop Plus adds can be turned off. So check in the holotape, check in the MCM menu. If you want something to stop doing it, just turn it off. It's all like that. That's kind of a design philosophy for me, I guess. And you guys probably see this a lot in Sim Settlements, is that pretty much every system I add a toggle for it, because I know it's not everything's everybody's cup of tea. And you guys mod because you want to customize the game. So I'm trying to give you as many customization options as possible.
And I appreciate that.
Let's see. Functionality that might be difficult to use. I think I showed you. There's obviously like the layers can be it's just wrapping your head around it is the hard part. And I would encourage you all to just experiment, set up hotkeys, play with it, and then feel free to ask questions. I mean, what I'll probably do. So this was one of the things I was going to have a pre-scripted demonstration of the layers, because I know that when I try and do it in real time, I get kind of scatterbrained. So I will almost certainly release like a detailed here's how you use layers video that you guys can go back over and watch, and it will be clean cut and none of this off the cuff stuff where I'm scrambling to figure out my hotkeys. I'll make sure it's very, very easy to follow. So I will release that just like I do with my in-depth videos for Sim Settlements. I will do that for these as well. It just life came at me, and there was just no way I was going to have time, because making those scripted videos is actually very time consuming. And so I knew a live stream would be better to at least give you guys a chance to ask me questions and get this information out until I have a chance to make all those videos.
All right.
Let's see here.
Makes sense.
What does correctly made mean in terms of how players can know which new settlement locations might have problems? So generally, if a settlement mod is made incorrectly, you will see things like happiness doesn't work correctly. Sim Settlements plots might not build or assign correctly. You might get kicked out of workshop mode randomly. Just basically, if you see any red flags of like things don't seem to work quite right, it's probably a good sign that something got screwed up. If you want the ultimate test, you can do it on PC. And what you do is you come over to your workbench and you open up your console and click it. All right, so if I click a workshop, you'll see it says workshop there. I hit, I think, is that the vanilla? I think I probably have a F4SE mod to show you that it says workshop. But either way, you run SV, the command SV. Somebody can type that in chat who understood me. So S is in Sam, V is in victory. You type that in, and then that'll bring up a bunch of variables, and then you can use the page up command to page up. And you don't have to do it too long, just 4 or 5 times should get you there. You're looking for, actually, now that I added all of the variables, it's actually a lot harder to find. Okay, but you can go up a little ways and you'll find it, and you'll see there on my screen. Maybe you can't see it on the stream, but if you scroll up a little ways, you'll see one called Workshop ID. So what will often happen in a broken settlement is that Workshop ID will be -1. That means that it didn't register correctly, and most mods will have no idea that it's installed, and that would include mods like Workshop Framework. So if that number is -1, you have a bad settlement. For most, I think most of the popular ones that are out now, though, they work fine. But I have, every once in a while, somebody comes at me with a, hey, settlement XYZ doesn't work with Sim Settlements. I've never heard of it before. And then I go look it up, and it's, you know, some old settlement mod that has 10 downloads. And it's like, well, no wonder it doesn't work. So if you think a settlement mod isn't working correctly, again, go look at the post. You'll find other people who had a similar experience, and you guys can kind of group confirm it. Can it fix the 0% happiness issue? I mean, that sounds like a bad settlement. 0% happiness sounds like a bad settlement. If it's happening to existing settlements, I mean, it might fix it because I rewrote the entire happiness code to work more insanely. So it's done in a way that makes a lot more sense and a lot cleaner. So it might fix happiness 0%. But again, I would need some specific examples. If it's happening to you in a vanilla settlement or a DLC settlement, probably fixes it. If it's a a third-party settlement, it's hard to say. Yeah. So the I don't know if this was a. Oh, this is people. I think this is people sending me reminders of stuff that I need to do. For those of you guys who don't know, there was a Sim Settlements patch today, but I decided not to do a video for it. It's all bug fixes, so there was like nothing fun to show you guys, so I opted not to do a video. But they are some of the bugs that have plagued the longest in Sim Settlements, and you don't even need to get Workshop Framework to get some of these. But I fixed some bugs that have been there basically since like version 1.10 or something of Sim Settlements. Like I fixed some really old bugs that I think it was all the coding on Workshop Framework like put me into the matrix, and I was like,
the voice you're hearing, Cardsman,
and I suddenly could just fix all these
main
bugs in Sim Settlements. So like I went nuts with bug fixes this week.
I am currently
let's see here.
release stream.
If you guys are in the city plan contest, you've got about 90 minutes left, and then we're cutting off entries. Make sure that you guys do not have more than 10 screenshots. So we want to avoid, and no video tours either. We just want you get 10 screenshots. We want this to be an even playing field.
It's a live stream.
Use your best judgment about what looks like a great screenshot of your city plan, and post those 10 up. So any more than that, we're gonna just originally I said that's disqualification, but we don't want to be that harsh on this first round. So most likely we'll just have one of the mods just delete everything after the 10th. So if you want control, make sure you only have 10 for your city plan contest entry. So in 90 minutes, if we're still going on the stream, I'll make a reminder that it's a cutoff time.
Okay. So again, Kinggath is live streaming, and I am.
So will I ever add anything from the quality of life suggestions
That's what
thread?
I'm watching right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about the quality of life suggestions for Sim Settlements, are we talking about Sim Settlements now? Absolutely. Like I try and read through all of those suggestions threads, but I'm pretty far behind right now. Like I'll catch one periodically that catches my eye, because I look at, I would say 2 or 3 times a day, I click new posts on the Sim Settlements forums to see what you guys have been up to, and see if there's anything that's come up that like needs my attention desperately. And if I see a suggestion that's either like sounds amazing or sounds like impossible, I definitely read it right then and there. And then like once a month I go through and read every suggestion. So any of your really great ideas that I've seen in the suggestions, I put on a list for the patches. And then anything that's super complex but I still want to implement goes on the docket for the next major release. So as many of you guys have heard, we're working on another expansion for Sim Settlements. Now we're likely, so originally I had hoped to get something released, in this time of year or around here, but because we still have a lot of work left to do and I want to get it perfect, we're going to just wait a while because 76 is going to chew up a lot of your guys' time. So we're going to wait till you guys get bored of 76 before we release another expansion pack. But as always, as soon as we're close to releasing it, I'll start dropping teasers and stuff. For right now, we have nothing to talk about with that except that, yes, some of those quality of life features are coming. I just can't guarantee when, because some of them they seem simple, like on the surface, like it might just it's like, oh, that, it took me 10 seconds to think that up, it should be easy. But some of the way Sim Settlements is coded it just doesn't work with it. So it's going to take me kind of untangling the mess that is the Sim Settlements code, which, speaking of, the way Workshop Framework came to be, and I mentioned this at the beginning, but I'll touch on it again, is that I was going to recode Sim Settlements from the ground up. I was like, I need to recode this. I've learned so much about the Fallout 4 engine. I can make this 10 times faster. Hi. Like, for example, I'm sure you guys all hate when you have to refresh the plots in your settlement because it takes forever. I could make that way, way faster now. I have the technology. I have the knowledge. But it's ingrained in such a sloppy network of code that's kind of like held together with duct tape and Band-Aids that I don't want to break it. So I'm in the process of doing a full recode of Sim Settlements, so that way, basically imagine that when you come back from your stint in West Virginia to Sim Settlements, that everything's going to be running like a dream. That's my plan. So that's something I'm working on.
I look forward to it.
Will you have my babies? I have enough babies. Thank you. So no. All right, so that is, I think I'm all caught up on the questions on that chat. So I'm going to try once again to get the YouTube chat up on my screen here, so that I can just try and keep up in real time since I'm caught up on that. How many people we still got watching this? Are we narrowing down? Am I just talking to like my mods and that's it now? I think I showed you guys everything. I think I hyped it up enough. I'm really excited to see what some mod authors start doing with this stuff, because it's something we've been kind of locked out of. Like, I think most people, especially established mod authors, you know, we tend to all have the general same consensus of don't mess with vanilla stuff. Like, you introduce all sorts of compatibility issues, and then you're stuck making patches all the time, and nobody wants to deal with that. So I'm hoping that this framework will have unlocked tons of new potential, because there's a lot of cool stuff you could do with settlements, but it was all locked down to the workshop scripts, and that's just not the case anymore. Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to Alt-Tab out real quick. Yeah. Let me know if the stream gets all funky again, and I'll do
Yeah, Kinggath is a big
I'm tabbing out to see if I can,
as far as YouTube
get the
goes,
YouTube
in my
chat up real
opinion. He's a
quick.
guy I look up to, and that's why I specifically asked his permission to go ahead and restream this as well. So, I mean, again, I don't do this normally,
Here we go. Hey,
but
we
I
got
went out of
like
my way to
270 people watching. Okay, there's people still interested in my rambling. That is shocking. Oh, hey, we got a super chat up here. Sorry if I missed that, if somebody posted that earlier. VR support for WS Plus and WSF. So VR support generally works with every mod. So like, unless the mod does something really weird, it should work with VR. Now there are some exceptions. Like, I don't believe you can get HUDFramework or MCM in VR, so some of those keys won't be available. Though technically, if you guys have figured out, because I know people had figured out hotkeys before MCM. So if you figure out hotkeys, it's all just it's basically just runs console commands, and you could still do that with Workshop Framework. I mean, with Workshop Plus, it would just be harder to do, because you would need to basically ask me for what those console commands were, which I'm happy to tell you. So if you are a VR player and you are having trouble getting the Workshop Plus hotkeys working, but you know how to get other hotkeys working, just send me a message on the Sim Settlements forums, and we can work that out for you. Because I know there's not a ton of you guys who play on VR,
That's
unfortunately.
what I like about this guy.
If you get a chance to play Sim Settlements in VR, it's insane. And maybe that's my bias from not only building it, but also because I've spent so much time with those city plans and those plots. But seeing those city plans in VR is mind blowing. Like, it's so cool to see. And even just seeing seeing Fallout, like going into Diamond City in VR the first time was like just crazy. But VR in general is pretty crazy the first time you see it. So, but it's especially for Fallout, it was quite the experience in my opinion, and I highly recommend everybody give it a go.
Frameworks.
Let's see here. Can we get settlement level in Workshop tab in Pip-Boy? Not easily. So I put out a call for a Flash developer recently. If I can get a Flash developer on the team, then there's all sorts of stuff we can do. But right now, I barely squeak my way through Flash to make these UI things. Like, I barely know what I'm doing. And like, this was this layer one I did like in a few hours, and that shocked me. And it was like that was like, okay, well, some of this stuff must be clicking, but to get like the tech tree working for Industrial Revolution, that took me weeks, because I struggle so much with Flash. It's such a strange program.
Not everybody is going to be
so
best at everything.
that did I miss any other super chats? Can somebody let me know? I would feel really bad if I did. Because you guys are throwing money at me, and thank you for that. That's all going. All the money you guys throw at me, by the way, when you guys throw it through PayPal or the super chat or through a Patreon, I pretty much put everything into an account, and it's just been sitting there. So I have all the money you guys ever donated, and it's ready to go for doing cool stuff. Like I hired a John Cleese impersonator once to do the voice of Q. I buy us all sorts of server access so our team can operate smoothly. Like, I just basically buy stuff to make the mod better, because I want Sim Settlements and any other mod I'm doing to get to this like polished caliber where you can't tell it's not part of the base game. That's kind of
I love that idea.
No, I am not streaming on Twitch. I might do that in the future when I do these. The thing is I'm not looking to become a streamer. I barely have enough time to keep up with all the mod development I do.
Yeah.
I just thought this could be a great way to introduce new mods. So likely I will stream under a couple of circumstances. One is I have new mod to show off, and that way I can answer questions. Two, I could definitely see, and I've done this in the past for small groups, where I do a private stream for developers. So I might set up another stream with just developers who want to get more involved in Workshop Framework, and it would be less of a stream and more like a group chat where we just kind of all BS and talk, and I can help them through issues. That to me is a better use of the live streaming, is actually just teaching you guys stuff that I know, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't think to document that might come up in a conversation like this. For example, all these ideas I have of what I think people might do with Workshop Framework, that stuff would probably die in my brain because I wouldn't talk about it outside of, you know, the conversations I've had with the few people I talk to about this stuff in voice. For the most part, though, that stuff, no one would ever hear about it, and then it's just up to you guys to hopefully discover it. Yeah, no MCM or HUD framework for VR. But again, I think there's a lot of cool stuff for VR that works already. It's really easy to get mods working in VR. If you need to know how to do it, there are plenty of tutorials out there. But I think you do if you're saying you know that there's no MCM and HUD framework for it. Let's see here. Have you ever used Clipboard? Yes, I have used Clipboard, but and I'm going to steal some of the ideas it uses to grab an origin, but I felt Clipboard was kind of clunky, and that's why I designed the layer system. I thought, so again, my demo of the layer system was terrible, and I promise you guys a better video to make it look less horrible, because it's very easy to use. And once I have my hotkeys mapped how I'm used to, the layer system is just a smoother version of what Clipboard's trying to do, but Clipboard does do some cool stuff that I want to borrow. But I want to put my own spin on it and see if there's anything I can improve on it. So yes, I've seen Clipboard, and I love that. I mean, that was definitely an inspiration. As soon as I saw that mod come out, I went and tore apart its source code to see if they learned some tricks I'd never thought of, because it was like, how is that possible? This is like, a lot of people tell me my mods are witchcraft, and to me, mods like Clipboard are witchcraft. Let's see here.
So I think Kinggath has gone
Will has KG ever do a thing where he answers more personal questions, like how he got into coding, when he learned to code, why he chose to do so much follow formatting? I actually devolved that information to the higher tier Patreon subscribers, so I'm not against answering it, but right now that's a little perk for Patreon to enjoy, as I kind of... So right now there's something I do for them is if you subscribe to Patreon, if you pledge 25 plus a month, at the end of every month you get a little documentary / podcast from the Sim Settlements team, and eventually what I'll do is I'll probably like sometime in the future after we've released the project we're working on, I will release all those podcasts for everybody to listen to. But for now they're kind of a long-timed exclusivity thing for Patreon people, because they are helping fuel this machine. Let's see. So MCM isn't 100% needed for Workshop Plus. Absolutely. You do not need MCM. It's just like, if you can get MCM, you should just use it, because it'll make your life much more entertained.
All right, guys. It looks like Kinggath is he's covered the content that he planned to cover. He's just answering viewer questions at this point. There are some mods that he highlighted that I definitely want to make sure that I have installed, because I think that they are going to be an absolute thrill and a benefit to me. Again, Workshop Framework, Workshop Plus, I think might be good. But this time, I also want to go ahead, before I go ahead and turn off his stream and focus on me go ahead and firing up, getting those mods installed and ready to go, are there any questions that you would like me to shoot off to him before I go ahead and cut off his stream? Anything you would like to hear in that dulcet toned voice that get an answer from? And I'll give you a moment. Is he a modded god?
Support Xbox at all costs. So, you know, even if I have to take a feature light version of the mod and make it possible, I'll do that. But I do want to open myself up to doing some of the cool stuff that F4SE allows, because if I want to get to that dream scenario of things feeling like the part of the base game, that's the only way you can do it. I mean, F4SE essentially allows you to do anything you can dream up. And I have a few things on my brain I'm not even going to talk about yet that I would like to try and do with F4SE. And it's mostly stuff that would be targeted at allowing mod authors to make cooler mods. I don't know how else to explain that, but just know that I'm going to keep Xbox players in mind forever, but I am going to start experimenting with F4SE more. Let's see here. Have you ever thought about creating your own game? So if any of you read my interview or listened to my interview with nexusmods.com, you'll hear I kind of answered that question there, but I'll go ahead and retread it here. So I would love to make my own games. Like, that's something, when I was 12 years old, I was obsessed with Super Nintendo games, and I created design documentation. Literally, you could ask my mother about this. I have literally like binders of design documentation where I designed out and fleshed out an entire game at 12 years old. And I did like my little crappy sketches because I was a terrible wannabe artist. But I would design entire games. Like, I designed a fighting game, like a fighting game, a multiplayer side scroller, kind of like Contra. I designed like an RPG, like Super Mario RPG. I have all these old designs. I probably still have them, or my mother has them. So I've wanted to be a game developer since I was a kid. But what I learned when I got to my college years was that game developers get paid trash. They work more hours than any human you can imagine, and they're treated like crap. So that doesn't sound appealing to me. Now, I know there are exceptions to that. There are some great studios out there who treat their, game developers with some respect, and they're not just cogs in the machine. But getting into those studios is very difficult. I'm also at a point in my career where I have a lot of freedom and authority. So having to go chew my way back through the food chain does not appeal to me. So I don't think that that's realistic. So then the other way to go is indie games. And if you ask any indie game developer about what a challenge it is to compete in that market, mostly thanks to China, and now I'm going to sound like Donald Trump for a minute, but China, their ideas around intellectual property, they do things completely different, backwards from us. So we embrace the individual's copyright holdings, and we say, like, you invent something, you should make the money on it. They take a different approach, which is that, hey, if someone invents something, we should all benefit from it. And obviously that sounds very commie, but we should all benefit from it in the sense that it helps for rapid development. Because then, like, if so-and-so designs a new system of like water cooling, why should we keep wasting resources on the old method? Let's all switch to the new method, which that actually makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, it conflicts with capitalism in a big bad way. And it's rampant for software. So anybody who's an Android developer of any apps, particular games, hates it because China will just make, there's companies out there who will farm out and make copies of your game or your app and put them out for free and just live on the ad money because their costs are much lower. So it's very, very, very difficult to get into the games industry. So right now, I'm just focusing on mods because I could build a professional level game as a mod. And I hope you guys think I'm getting there slowly with some settlements. I know it's got a lot of hiccups and some rough edges to work out, but we're getting there. And Workshop Framework is going to help me get there because it lets me iron out all those weird quirks that come from the vanilla game. Okay, so that was a long answer to Mitch's question. Let's see here. Oh, you're putting the super chats in Discord. Thank you. So I'm gonna juggle back over to those, and then I'll come back to you guys' questions and catch up in real time. So, okay. And I apologize for this jumping around, guys. I had no idea how this was gonna go with chat. I've watched other people stream, guys, and like their chat is just completely crazy.
I think we need to go ahead and let Mr. Kinggath go. Regarding to your cutscene animation fix, I would say that they were going to want more specific information from you, Cardsman, to go ahead and figure out exactly what you're experiencing there. So I'd highly recommend you go ahead and go to simsettlements.com, sign up to the forum, and submit a report for what you're experiencing in detail, and then they can prompt you with what additional information they need to try to really diagnose that cinematic bug that you're experiencing. So that's where I go ahead and recommend you go to simsettlements.com. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and pause the stream here. I'm going to go ahead and take a short break, get myself a cup of coffee, download a couple of the mods that he has just released to make my life much easier. But before I go, I want to ask you guys an important question. With all the new mods that I will be downloading that are supposed to make this a much easier and cleaner experience, do you want me to go ahead and make a fresh, clean character to go ahead and explore the Commonwealth with? Or do you want me to go ahead and go ahead and keep on rolling with Mr. Fixnit that's currently stuck in the Nuka-World. He killed all the raiders, but there's still a lot that needs to get done. So more Fixnit or new character. You guys go ahead and discuss it in the live chat when I come back from the break. Make a clean character and name her after Bowsette. You know, the Bowsette meme is strong right now. And I don't often play female characters. I'll think on it. You guys keep discussing in the chat. I'll be back shortly. All right, here we go. Okay. Here we go. New mods are set up. Here we go. Nice cold cup of black coffee with nothing in it. Ooh, that'll wake up the senses. Okay, so we've got the framework installed. We have the Workshop Plus installed. And we've got MCN installed. That should go ahead and be all the mods we need to go ahead and try out the new things that he was talking about. Now, yeah, good old cup of joe. Cold, dark, and very much shocking to the senses.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
and get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
You guys asked for a new character. Let's go ahead and we are going to go ahead.
Hey, my turn, big guy.
Hit that one. Now I'm going to look back in chat. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. A Scarlett Johansson named Bowsette. Okay, so I'm thinking a lot of people are saying redhead, and I'm getting the feeling that we're looking female here. So let's go ahead and go in here. So people want a redhead. Let's see here.
Wow, your hair looks great.
And style.
I have the best hairdresser, I swear.
No, we're looking for something that screams princessy.
New hairstyle? Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, longer. I think elegant's going to be the way to go. Let's see. Bowsette Jr. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Please no redheads. Yeah, let's see. She doesn't have to be a redhead. No. Blonde brunettes are attractive too. I agree. Okay.
I still got it.
People were saying something about her forehead being big. I got it as small as I could. Let's see here. The shiny forehead.
My beautiful wife.
Definitely not the wrinkles. But if we go ahead, go with a smooth texture. Flawless skin, of course.
Yeah, I like that.
Type.
You have great lips. You know that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Let's go with the type of eyes here.
Such pretty eyes.
I think Sean has my eyes.
Sean totally
Maybe
has your
shrewd
eyes.
eyes? Okay. Alright. Radiation green. Synth yellow, synth blue. Yeah, that's from the Recruitable Settlers mod. I think I'm gonna go with just a green.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. Let's see, what color? Guess we'll go with rose.
Absolutely lovely.
Now, let's go ahead and go with types. Let's see here. We need...
That looks nice.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. There we go. Alright.
Sweetie, you look as beautiful as the day we met.
Cancel. Alright.
Sweetie, you like my nose, right?
Oh, God. Oh. God, I
Such a
could
cute
go ahead
nose.
and go so wrong with this. Let's just keep it nice. Before I do anything else that's like terribly wrong. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. I want her to be a little bit more...
That looks nice.
There we go. No, that's fine. And... add a little bit of a smirk to it.
Sean has your smile, you know.
Yeah, I think that works for a bow set. What do you guys think? Of course. Let's see here. Let's go with a... I'm going to remove the lipstick. The eyeliner. Just okay, so we're without makeup now. We go with a lip liner. And keep in mind, I'm a dude that knows very little about makeup. Okay. Oh God. Now, from what I know about Bowsette, she's supposed to be like almost kind of like a Tsunder-like character, like, you know, it's gonna be mean and nasty to you, but she looks cute as hell because it's really Bowser with the peach shroom that turns her into a princess. Okay. Alright. No, all that work I did. No, I hit the wrong button. Okay. Okay, I think I may have gotten this back to where it was. Okay,
I
accept.
still got it.
Alright. Alright. What do you guys think? Does she look like she's a tough lady that would kick someone's butt if she wanted to? Alright. And I think for the stereotypical princess build, we can go about there and be good. Alright. Hot. Now mess up the guy's face. Really? Really?
Let me just slide in here.
You want me to mess up the guy's face? Really? Okay. Let's see. Okay. So...
Nice. Did you get a haircut?
There we go. Keep in mind, you guys wanted this.
Not bad.
Now keep in
Not
mind...
bad.
Oh, very strapping.
Small eyes, huh? Can we make them any smaller? Yes, we can.
Looking good. if
Oh
I do
my
say so
god,
myself.
why am I doing this? This poor man.
Such a cute nose.
There we go.
Hun, you think my nose is too big?
Oh god, why?
I do love those lips.
Well, hello, handsome.
Oh my god, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. There we go. There we go. Oh
You
god.
have great lips.
What did I just do? Oh my god. What am I doing with my life?
I clean up pretty nice.
Alright. Extras. Blemishes. Everything. Apply, apply. There we go. You guys said mess up his face, right? Oh my god, you look like a blister. This poor, poor man. Why are you making me do
You have
this?
such a strong chin.
You even see the scars underneath all that.
What do you think, hon? Roguishly handsome or handsomely roguish?
Oh, God. You look like you just got out of a car accident. Why? Why did I do this to you? And let's complete the transformation. Let's see here. Yeah, let's make you waif thin. Like, you should have definitely gotten some food in you. Okay. And this is the face that says, kids, remember to buckle up when you go driving. Oh! Because if you go through the front of your windshield, you might look like this poor gentleman. A face smashed in, that's cut all up, and looks like you're bleeding out of every pore. Ow! Okay.
Okay, come on.
Alright, we're done. We're done. We're done. You guys asked me to mess his face up after making her look very, very Bowset. Confirm character. I feel sorry for that character. I so feel sorry for him. Because this is going to be his existence. Okay. Now, I do have...
good morning, Mum. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Of course, Mum.
You see, Jimmy, our government has bullies too. Wow, really? That's right. Which is why we've developed some whiz-bang new weapons, so bullies around the world never
Oh, God.
cross again. Well, Jimmy, maybe you should just see for yourself.
Oh, sounds like someone made a sticky. I shall attend to young Shaw.
I know we were nervous at first, but I'm glad we got Codsworth.
And now for a brief look at the local weather. This weekend, unseasonably warm temperatures continue with a high of 56. But then we're looking at a
All right.
front coming down from Canada, making it crisp and dry for next week.
Don't let him touch Sean. He's a pre-war ghoul. As in, he was a ghoul before the war ever started. Ooh. Ooh, poor Nate.
Troops stationed overseas are experiencing some unusual weather as well. On the island of Mambajau, the nights are cold, unseasonably so for Southeast Asia.
Hi.
The 5th Infantry, that's as comfortable as it
Good morning. Vaultec calling.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Nice to find you, ma'am. You can't begin to know how happy...
Yeah. Not right now.
Maybe I don't want to talk to you.
Oh,
Oh!
you do. Now, I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much. I'm here today.
Right? Just go away.
Ooh!
Won't take but a moment.
Come back some other time.
Come on, hon. It's just a little paperwork. Let him fill it out, and it's done.
I think you forgot what no means.
Fine. I'll do it myself. Stubborn.
Splendid. Splendid. Let's get to it.
Fine. I'll fill it up myself. Okay. So since we are going to be doing some settlement stuff on here, I'm going to go ahead and go with kind of a basic loadout here. Yep. I think I need to go ahead and get some more into charisma to make sure I can get access to everything that I want to have access to. So this... I think we'll go with that. Alright, as you guys requested, there's the name. My character is now a meme.
That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for
Oh,
the future.
yeah, that's right.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Mum, Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help, okay? My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, I fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a spin? That's my boy, on his best behavior, just like his dad. Well, most of the time, anyway.
I should have seen.
Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Oh, right. The park. With you. Because I want to get pregnant again.
Sir, Mom, you should come and see this.
Codsworth? What's wrong?
They did say that. They did say that the Sean takes after a parent.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions.
Oh goodness.
We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have
What?
lost contact with
What
our
did he
affiliate
say?
stations.
Oh no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh God.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate Vault 111 immediately.
Help me pack it up.
Head to the gate. Vault participants, check in there.
That's absurd! I am
Not on the
Vault
list.
Tech.
You don't get
I'm
in.
going in. You can't stop me. Okay.
We're gonna die.
I'm reporting this.
We need to get in.
And then he said in the
We're on the list.
Infant,
Pods are coming who
Adult
can't
male.
afford the program.
adult
So let
female.
us in. They have to.
Okay, go ahead.
They have to.
Thank you.
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside?
Step on the platform in the center.
Alright.
All right, that's it. Sit down.
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay.
Such a lovely day.
I love you.
Oh my God.
Blue skies. Switch to red real quick.
Hold on!
Alright, here we go, folks.
Oh, God.
Boom.
Oh, God.
Ah. Oh, boy. Alright.
We did it.
We made it. Safe in the vault. Now we are.
We're okay.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
Uh-huh.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
Is here for you.
Just this way,
All
please.
new residents, please proceed.
No, we don't. Don't get
Really?
about that. You're
And
safe
you get
now.
paid to realize that.
This one's good.
Step over to the table.
I
and
hope
take
so.
a seat. This way. Just step over to the table. This
Thanks.
way, please.
What now?
Just follow the doctor
Just
here.
this way.
He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
Yeah, my husband here, he really needs
See?
medical
It's down the
attention.
hallway right there.
This is our new home.
So where's your auto doc?
Oh, you're gonna
Because
love
I need his face fixed.
This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. Our home. Everything we've had.
My mother and father down in D.C.
How long do you think we'll be down here?
What if they
Oh,
can
we'll
make
be
it?
going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
Good fit.
Uh-huh.
Just
Like
checking everyone
fixing
off
my
the list
husband's
as they
face?
come in.
As well as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
Oh, I know,
Oh, he's
Sean.
my little guy, huh?
Yeah, Daddy's
I'm not
scary.
going far.
Don't worry. The scariest
I'll
thing
just
is you
be
get to
over
grow up
there.
to be just like him.
There she is, see? Mommy's not going far.
All set? Just step inside.
All right.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head
Wow.
to- Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure.
Why would you say that? Say what?
Vitals normal. Procedure complete.
Oh my god, what have you made? Think about it.
3.
Who do you think they're gonna model the male grown-up version of Sean after? The wife, the father, or a bit of both? If he looks just like every other father character that I've run into, and not completely disfigured to a certain amount.
Biogenic stasis. Suspend.
Yeah, okay. Here we are. Hello?
This is the one.
Hey, no, over here. Hey, excuse me. No, open mine up first. No, can you not hear me? Open, says me. Oh, come on. Open. 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 Open the door. Open. Open. Well.
Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
I wonder why I got picked to be the backup. And I froze with my neck at an odd angle. God, I'm gonna have a cramp when I wake up. They're taking Bowser Jr. They killed Bowser. Oh, that explains a lot. Does that mean Kellogg is Mario?
Cryogenic array. All residents must vacate immediately.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on.
Open. The freezer burn did not help.
I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back.
All right.
I promise.
Residents must vacate. Malfunction in emergency
Busted.
exit door override. Please contact your Vault-Tec maintenance representative for service.
Okay, nothing else in here. Okay. I forgot that mod is on by default. I may have left Tiny Tina's Cookie Apocalypse on, which means when I kill things, they explode in confetti. And instead of standard loot, they drop Ingram loot. So that's something that we're gonna have to get used to. I forgot to turn that off. I probably should have turned that off. What do you guys think? I'm not going to do anything with it because I I don't want to see any interference that it causes for the mod that I'm trying to focus on right now. So, yeah, it's gone. Does make loot real easy to find. Watch. Recruitable Settlers. Overseer's Terminal. Ooh, okay. You want me to be super aggressive with this character, huh? Instead of my nicey nice guy that I normally play? I could do that. Okay. All right. Here we go, folks. What's with the confetti? It's from a mod, Tiny Tina's Cookie Apocalypse. It's a mod pack that has a whole bunch of different mods in it. It's listed down in the description below. It features some more bloodthirsty enemies. If you're familiar with Borderlands 2 and Tiny Tina, that is the main character that the entire mod pack is focused on. And the storyline basically is she found cookies out in the wasteland, expecting them to be chocolate chip cookies, but they turned out to be oatmeal raisin cookies that are being produced by the Institute. She goes in a furious rage and asks you to deal with it. Explosives are involved. Lots and lots of explosives. Powwow! Hey, bud. How's it going?
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please, stand back.
Okay, so now that we have the Pip-Boy, let's throw the Molotov cocktail on. We started, luckily, I don't know where we found a Raider chest piece. Apparently, we must have gotten it off of one of the rad roaches. But, I mean, considering the character we're playing right now, I'm not going to say no to it, that's for sure. I'm Wasteland Jesus. I don't think that's an accurate statement. I have never had the experience of walking on radioactive water. Alright. And finish an exit development.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Alright. Here we go. So we're level 1. Okay. First time out of the valve, when you're absolutely blinded, everything in the distance is blurry as all get out. Come on. Okay. Blur effect is passing. Thank goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and join here real quick. Audio. In-game radios are muted. Music is pretty much muted. Okay, everything's fine there. Okay. Mods. Okay. Settings. Okay. Okay. One of the mods that downloaded is not working the way I expected it to already. Tunnel Snakes Rule. Slocum Joes. Rest in peace. Now those are all Creation Club mods that you just saw fire up there. Okay. Hub flower. Grab some blood leaf there. Move anything over there. Did I grab? Yeah, I think I grabbed everything. Alright. Now. Go home, talk to Codsworth. Nah, maybe not. First things first.
Nice.
Alright. Before we grab the special book, I'm going to take a look at my perks list here. Okay. I am one perception point away from being able to get lockpick. But we have local leader, which I need to be sure I got. So, but I want to get one more charisma, 2 more endurance, and 1 more perception. And that is reason is because I want to be immune to go ahead and getting addicted to alcohol. I want to be immune to go ahead and getting addicted to chems, as well as having the ability to pick locks. So we're going to go ahead and go with the perception point first. Perception. There we go. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, we are going to go ahead and use a command in here. Command settlement scrap all. That's just to clean the settlement up real quick. Now, that did scrap all the workbenches, which sucks. I just realized I did that, which I'm probably going to regret here in just a moment. But
tight.
Yep. Don't have the skill to pick it. Okay. I think we got everything out of here. Alright. You never found that place before? I thought that was like a known secret. Yeah. Just in it there in Sanctuary. Little bomb shelter. Another thing that you won't be able to see because I've already scrapped everything in this town, but if you walk up this tree, like right here will be a duffel bag full of stuff. So you want to go ahead and go there. And there are the cookies.
Hello? Is this thing working? I'm not sure. Ah, fuck it.
Language.
Oh, it was working. I was just, never mind. Listen, I detected that you, whoever you are, just picked up a chocolate chip cookie! They're so rare! Bring me that cookie at these coordinates and it would be awesome! Wait, now I got a better idea. Let me see if this works. Maybe it's this button? Nope, that was Mr. Angryface. I need to keep him where he is.
Yeah. Okay then.
Come on down and give me some of that scrumptious, carby goodness. Don't ask where I found the big giant pew-pew zappy thing. It just works.
It just works. Okay, so it looks like I am going ahead and having to deal with Tiny Tina. Unless this just glitched out.
Hey, sweetie.
What do you want? Just kidding. Oh, this is going to be... Wait a second. This isn't a chocolate chip cookie. This has raisins with oatmeal. Don't move. Give me one reason not to blow you into a million? You should have seen your face. I know this ain't your fault, Boo. I'm just fucking with you. But we're going to find whoever did this and blow them into a million pieces. Come on into my parlor. Said the spider to the fly.
General Campbell, welcome to the stream.
Need to find whoever did this and put an end to them.
Okay.
Quest, quest, quest. Who was a quest? I got a quest.
Tina needs your help to find whoever's been stealing chocolate chip cookies.
Click it,
or
click it, click it, click it. Click it!
copious amounts of violence ahead and strong language. You have been warned.
Wants to be clicked. Yeah, no, you're going to accept. You can't have to. I blocked it.
Yeah.
Would you kindly click accept? Did you hear that? Would you kindly?
Would you kindly? Oh, God.
I No dialogue. This is retro. Click it. Need to find whoever did this and put an end to them. Quest. Who was the quest? I got a quest. Great! I knew you could do it. Clicking things is hard. That's just the first step. We need to find whoever did this. Now I got a lead. My main squeeze, Sir Reginald, has got word that some Synths are grabbing up all the ovens in the Commonwealth. Sin? You probably don't know. Robot thingies, no taste buds, look human, act worse. Anyway, a rogue group is behind this. I think. Maybe. I'm patching in their coordinates now. You can use the zappy thing to go back to your previous location. Mostly in one piece, I think. Best to check after, just in case. Wait, I almost forgot. Follow me. Running, we're running over here. Run. Let's run. You know all those orb numbers and confetti? I love the confetti. It's my personal thing. Wait, where was I? Oh, all that shiz, you can customize it from here. If you want same old boring, just hit that green one down at the end. I'm gonna go have a tea party. Good luck.
Okay. White Ingram control, green Ingram control, blue Ingram control, orange Ingram control, purple Ingram control, master loot control. Activate. We're going to turn Ingram loot off. And that is just because it interferes with... we'll leave dismemberment on because that actually gets rid of corpses, which I appreciate. Combat text off. And confetti off. So it just disposes of bodies for me so I don't have to worry about the cleanup. Wait, no. No. I can't do that then. If I have Ingram loot off and dismemberment on, then all of the loot is destroyed. I have to have it off too. So I'm turning all of Tiny Tina's loot options off. So it'll be loot as normal. Unless you guys want confetti. Hey, Flu Puppy. Tell me, is this available for Xbox One? I have no idea. This is a very old mod pack, and it is very buggy. I cannot endorse Tiny Tina's Cookie Apocalypse. Download at your own risk. I have had it break my game many times. And you saw that, you know, literally once you find your first chocolate chip cookie, she literally abducts you and forces you to accept the quest. Now, of course, this is a benefit to me because she doesn't mind me, like, jacking all of Shoof in her place. Which means free crafting materials. If you're like me, you want all the crafting materials you can get your hands on. Alright. Alright. Boom. It's a Borderlands 2 reference, absolutely. Hey, Ashley. Hack. I think I need to go back because apparently people want the confetti option. Alright. I'm gonna leave it off. Sorry, guys. But I need to... Alright. The ability to just be a cursor. And build however where I want. I love the fact that this is what Workshop Plus does. I can zip around the entire settlement and build however I want. And it doesn't require me having the... And then poof. And there I am. Alright. So. I will take this, one of these. Weapons. Do not need two of these. We can go with that. Inventory, apparel. Again, that instantly makes you okay. Glitch number 1. Glitch number 1. If you enter the workshop in third person and then exit, you are a floating head. So there we go, Kinggath. There's your first bug from me. Floating head syndrome. You want to lock people into first person perspective when they come out to prevent that from happening. That's, I'm thinking, probably the easiest solution to floating head syndrome. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Burnt book, burnt folder. Don't need that, don't need that. Okay. Don't need that. Alright. Okay. So. Min test to pump the intelligence a little bit.
Codsworth?
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's...
Codsworth.
Well,
He's...
oh, it's...
Sean's been kidnapped.
It's...
Doesn't matter how long it's been.
That means you...
Codsworth, you're acting... Right. Stay with me, pal. Focus. Thank you, Codsworth.
Shall we?
All right. Lead the way.
Mom, found you. Mom, your family isn't here.
Dumb robot. Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
Okay. Dumb robot. Alright. Alright. So again, I think I'm still level 1. Go away, tooltips. Wow. I have definitely not leveled yet. Okay. Alright. I also haven't dealt with the how did I miss that so many times? Oh. Then come over here and oh, I am bad at aiming today, folks. And then wow. I should just give up my day job. I think that gets rid of all of the red roaches. Alright, here we go. Alright. I think it is over this hill. I could be wrong. I must be misremembering. Oh, hello there. This right in. Ah, here it is. I've literally got a second left leg. Great. Thanks, game. All the random loot you could have provided me, that's what you chose. Alright. Level up. Trying to think of what's going to be the most useful. Science will let me make better water purifiers earlier on. Yeah. One Molotov and everything dies. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I'm surprised that fire extinguisher survived the explosion. Surprised a lot of things survived that explosion. There's a whole lot more that could have exploded, like this. Fire extinguisher. I knew that was going to happen. See here, red X. Okay. All right. Nope. Do not want to be snacked on by a rat or mole rat. Thank you. Good day, sir. Bye-bye. Alright. First lockpick. No pick broken.
Nice.
Boom. Glowing fungus. Poor little Teddy. You be waterlogged, I can't pick you up. Okay. Alright. Yep, nothing I can do. Grab there. Let's all grab there. Okay. Got all that. Alright. Mole rat den cleared out. It's going great, Cardsman. Thanks for asking. Alright. So we're just building up some base level junk. Again, I will be going to Concord to go ahead and get the Sim Settlements holotape to go ahead and kick this off and start building a settlement. Real quick here. Before I do that, I need to go and clear out Red Rocket. So, by clearing out Red Rocket, that does... Okay, there we go. Now that it is a settlement I control, for expedience, scrap everything. So everything in Red Rocket is now in here. Take all. Then, as we have discovered this location, yes, alright. Alright. How is Chad doing? Chad's doing great. It sucks that there's no black nail polish. Depends on the mods you download. I'm sure that there's black nail polish out there. Because, I mean, considering you have female characters in there, and you actively do see their hands on the Pip-Boy, it makes sense that there would be black nail polish. Alright, we're going to keep the tire iron as our melee weapon. We'll keep the explosives. Spare outfits get stored. I'll keep the aid items. Now, let's see here. Inventory. Alright. Do have a full fusion core. now. So we've emptied our inventory. We have the best starting gear that we can have. I probably should have just fast traveled back to the road rocket rather than running it. Normally I don't run too much with dog meat, but
Hey,
why
boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Alright. Just waiting to see if the mole rats will spawn. But being that I've cleaned this place out, probably not. What the hell was that? Wow, I killed it at this distance. Let's get a confirm on that. Sniping with a pistol, folks. Another left leg. What is with it and handing me left legs over and over and over again? I don't need another left leg. Some armor for the rest of my body would be nice. Okay. We got some Molotov cocktails. I'll make use of those. Empty. Ha! Nailing raiders from a really far, far away with Molotovs.
Hey, up here! On the balcony!
Uh-huh.
I've got a group of settlers inside.
That's
the raiders
nice.
are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us. Please!
What laser musket? This laser musket? Okay. Thank you for the laser musket. Bye. Ooh, a mining helmet. Okay, let's look at the apparel, see what we got going on here. Leather chest piece. Militia hat or mining helmet. Okay, that'll give us some armor. Right arm. Right leg. There. That's a black mining helmet too. I like that. I can work with that. Alright. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going in here to loot because I know there's raiders in here. Okay.
It's called shooting straight, rookie.
Just getting warmed up over here.
Excuse me? I ruptured your cassava.
No more British occupation. Back to England with you. Have your tea vacuum. Checking in. Remember, lads. Do if I see.
Yep, I was right. I ruptured her cassava. She is now without the melons. Hey! Juan Pedro, welcome to the stream. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your name. I apologize if I got it wrong. Okay. Literally got everything.
Got it.
Unlock security gate. Everything that isn't tied down in my pocket. ruptured his cassava too. Got a thing for melons. What can I say? All right. Okay. Excuse me while I rifle through everything in existence. Making sure I loot this place absolutely dry. Oh.
I'm telling you, man, let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Stop being such a
What
fucking
the?
pansy. Hold out for the others, like we're supposed to.
Hello? Oh! They had an explosively good time. Do, 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 do.
I'm coming
Now I'm gonna go ahead
in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you.
Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with.
You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk, but I'll be back, and you'll be dead.
Really?
Who's there?
Surprise!
Come on.
Alright. Alright, the sim settlements. Sensors. Which is what we came for. Get in my pocket. You have to do holotape. There we go. Alright. Now, do I talk to Preston Garvey or don't I?
Let's go.
I'm gonna think about it.
Perfect.
Take that.
Man, I don't know who you are, but just
Yes.
the timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Yeah, yeah. You owe me.
You owe me.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll give you my chest full of emeralds just as soon as we're out of this mess.
Chest full of emeralds. Okay, I'll hold you to that.
I have my own problems, Garvey.
Yeah? Maybe. Like what? You help us, maybe we can help you.
My baby Sean's been kidnapped. He's not even a year old.
That's messed up. I'm sorry. I know how this world can be. A month ago, there were 20.
I don't
Sorry. Sounds really rough. Better be a good one.
Sturgeon?
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war.
That's some serious protection.
Oh, it...
Huh. Could work.
It'll work.
Right.
It can be powered up.
So what's the solution?
What you'll need is an old...
But we can't get to the dam. Look.
What are you looking for again?
A few...
Actually,
Well, all right.
What are you, crazy?
something coming.
Accidentally misclicked.
And it's angry.
Whoops. And that's why you use E to go through dialogue and not left click. Because the dialogue suddenly stops, you end up shooting Garvey in the chest. And his response is, one's getting put in a round straight into his heart. What are you, crazy? Okay. We got a level we can put in. Let's see here. Okay, so I should have remembered that there was the perception that would have gotten us what we needed there. Okay. I'm gonna go for the scrapper perk so I can get the most out of all the weapons that I'm gonna be scrapping here in just a little bit. Okay. I shot his chest filled with emeralds! No! I wanted those emeralds! Okay. In what world did that seem like that was what I wanted to do there? Dog found something. Okay. We're going to put the half burnt out fusion core in there. Okay. Now I've got a lot of junk on me.
Up here. Boss, we got somebody up here.
Yep. Are you shooting at me? You just shot me. Ah, boy, you just messed up. You shot me. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and eat the canned dog food. And some cram. Let's see here. Molotov cocktail should be enough for you. You know what? Stop.
See that?
And his cassava has been removed.
Get down here. Let you and my boys have a little talk. Still waiting, asshole.
Yeah?
I guess I'm just getting... Wait.
Did you wait for that? Aww, Raider went bye-bye. Any more? Oh, that was all of my explosives too. Set face. Low-sided pipe rifle. Ooh,
Come
yeah.
on, I've got places to be. Come on, I've got
All right.
places to be.
I'm done with this. Alright. Oh. Thank you, Garvey. Hey guys, how's it going?
I can't see.
Ooh. Hi! Here I thought I was supposed to be the big bag in this show. Let's see here. Psycho. Nuka-World Quantum. Okay. Double barrel shot. Guess what?
Over here.
Hey, buddy. Nope. Ooh. Ooh, my health took a major hit there. Let's pop a Stimpak to be safe. And... gun. Guess what? Time to dance, baby! Oh, hello! Hello! Yes, aren't you a pretty one? Dance for me! Dance! god. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna use the Stimpak right away. Oh, that almost killed me. Salisbury steak. Trigger bombs. Some vodka for the health boost. Some buff out for the health boost again. Blamco. I think we'll go ahead and go with that for now. Just for some faster healing there. Now. You, sir. We have some speaking to do. Yes, I am meleeing. Oh, okay. So, trying to melee a Deathclaw with a tire iron. Probably not my smartest decision. Cram, 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 dip-boo. I need to stop screwing around and actually kill this dude. Yeah. Okay. Back to me again. Really?
You're getting torn apart up there. Get back.
There we go. Yeah. Power armor. Whoa. Okay. Preston, should I start calling you Deadshot now? Hey, pup. Report back to Preston. That means we killed everybody. Inventory. There are many ways where I could have done this much cleaner, but I had a blast doing it. And isn't that what really matters? Okay.
Easy, mama.
Sweet Candy, welcome to the stream. Michael McNugget, welcome as well.
Hey!
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you're on our side.
I'm on my own side, Garvey.
That's a shame. You can never have too many friends in the common. Listen, when we first met, you said we owed you for helping us out. I guess you've earned it. So here. It may not be a chest full of emeralds, but it'll have to do.
You promised me a chest full of emeralds! 100 cap and 50 feet.
I'll take what I can get.
Spoken like a true merc. Well, if you ever feel like fighting for something other than yourself, you should meet up with us in Sanctuary. I could use someone like you. Someone who can get things done.
What would I need to do?
You'd need to stay strong like you've been. 'Cause there's...
My destiny? What do you mean?
You're a woman out of time.
Bullshit. You're trying to play me for a fool.
Oh, no, kid, no. The sight's sometimes foggy, but it ain't ever a liar. Your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking.
That's vague.
Look, kid.
No. Mama Murphy, we talked about this.
And we're done with this.
I'm gonna kill you.
Shush, Press.
Alright. I did them honestly for the experience alone because I'm trying to level up as quick as possible. Yeah, Garvey, no sentiments need our help, okay? Yeah. Well, Garvey is as Garvey does. Garvey the character is actually a very deep and sad story. Garvey the game mechanic is annoying as hell. A young boy growing up basically wanting to be the police officer, only to find that when he gets to the point where he can become a police officer, they're all falling apart because people can't be trusted. Miscellaneous. We'll throw that in there. Throw that in there. I don't need that. Don't need that either. Okay. Okay. Alright. At which point, pull that off. Take the fusion core out. Apparel. And for right now, let's go ahead and go to furniture, containers. I'm just going to go ahead and slap a little floor safe in the ground right here. Boom. Oh my god, my character did not load in correctly. Let's see. Wait. What am I doing? The only thing I'm going to put in there is this. Power armor. Alright. Ugh. And now, let's see here. Drop. Up. It's the arm that I had left. There we go. Alright. Point. And they're already here. I get to already listen to them whine about every last little thing. And they're already annoying the piss out of me by banging on the freaking house like madmen. Yeah. They really need to fix the third person bug where you load in and it doesn't quite load your character in fast enough. Okay. So, because of the nature of this character, I am going to go with mostly Raider gear. Just because she's a tough woman. Okay, now, for weapons. Did we get a reasonable 10mm pistol? No. Drop. Okay. Okay. All the weapons I liberated. Because I do have scrap. Rank 1, I will get some extra materials out of the ones that are somewhat upgraded. Which is why, of course, I went ahead and picked up everything that dropped. Okay. Boom. And boom. Okay. I keep on forgetting. The new Workshop Plus. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Okay. Oh, that poor little teddy bear. Oh, well, no. He noticed I was watching. Alright. Alright. So, we are going to go ahead and go in here to miscellaneous. Boom. SimCity. Manager. Okay. Yes. What settings am I playing on? I'm going to say high. Yes, please, this whole tip is huge. As long as it's a challenge. Finding the balance. Only idle. I'll choose my upgrade paths. And let automatically LC. Sir. I'll just check periodically. There we go. Alright. With that, boom. Settlements is tuned in, tuned up, and ready to rock. Okay, so. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start off by using the residential internal plus. Now, they have actually patched recently. Oh god, they really need to fix that. They actually patched the problem that I had with it, where the wall segments, apparently they patched it, where wall segments weren't connecting appropriately. Ooh. I just love the fact that they finally, with Workshop Plus, I can just build however I want, and I can just fly around a little bit to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can make a fairly sizable bunkhouse using the pre-existing let's see, this is the problem I worry about. When creating a smooth and level area, you have to worry about how smooth and how level. Literally, heights are an issue. The heck? Why aren't you letting me snap anything to you? You know what? Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. And screw you. There we go. Alright. I said screw you. Going back to the old trusty 1x1 to the 4x4. Okay. Now. I should be able to build my building however I want now without having to worry about clipping into walls. Yeah, it looks different. I think I'll just do the floor in this. Really? Being a flying cursor is definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to. Alright. Out of concrete. Are you bloody kidding me? Okay. I guess it was kind of assumptions of me to assume that I would have enough concrete to do an entire bunkhouse. So let's salvage the concrete we have here. And go back to what I was thinking about doing to save concrete, but chose not to, which I should have done anyways. That requires... Why does that require concrete? Why does this require concrete? You know what? No, that's not what I meant to do. Good old wood. I have plenty of wood. I need to remember this isn't my established settlements that have like tons of stuff. This is a brand new settlement. That being said, that would be smart to get that in there now. Okay. All right. So that gives us a first floor here. And we are going to go ahead and take the railing. I'm going to put that right there. That'll be our entrance exit. Uno number 1. Then we will take this. Now, I should be able to put all of these up without a problem. That's not what I was telling you to do. Okay. Boom. Now, so normally I couldn't snap in or build something right here because it would count the wall's interference. But I just did it. Are you sitting a little far forward or are you good? Yeah, that is sitting way too forward. What are you snapping to? Okay, maybe it's not as fixed as I thought it was. Alright. Okay. Where it does it this way, right? No matter, I could just put the wall in and it'll still... Nope! So that apparently needs to still get a little bit of the bugs fixed out. I was told in a video that it was fixed. It still needs a little bit of love. And I am on the very latest version of this, so... And that was supposedly fixed several patches ago. Okay. There we go. Alright, take this out. Okay, I can do it. It will stick. The wall up. Oh, that took some more finagling than I was hoping to have to deal with. Okay. 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 There we go. And we put this here. All right. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the first floor. And I think the Soylent tries to max out at around 17. I think it could be affected by your charisma, though. I could push it farther, but yeah. So, since I just want to have the housing done with, and I'm going to make this just a bunkhouse, I'm going to go and give a nice, wonderful roof right here. I'm going to go and put the rest of the people in here. Boom. And then we might do something cool on the top. Alright. Alright, so to do this in a way that'll work for my sanity, first thing we're going to do is that. Interior plot. Snap in the corner. Wall. Boom. Interior plot. Snap in the corner. Okay. I need another wall there just to work. Why is it letting me snap another one inside of another one? That should not happen. So they try to make the snap system more flexible. I think that they did go and succeed in making it more flexible. I also think they kind of broke it. Or I'm just using it wrong. That could be it. That could be user error, right? Okay. Well, it sounds like someone did something they shouldn't and got the maximum punishment for it. There we go. Actually, I think I can do this one. Oh. Okay. Yeah, knock it down. Then go. Right. Wait. No. I'm gonna do it from this angle. Come on. I use the plot itself as a spacer in order to get the plot I wanted in place. Okay. Okay. There's little gaps in it, but we got a lot in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we got 8 down below, so that is 17, which is the number I was looking to hit. Oh man, that loading glitch. Okay. Okay. Now, we do have the wonderful glitch that is Preston Garvey that needs a bed because he won't be bothered to build an actual place for himself because he's Preston Garvey. Okay. And of course these need a power source in which to get power. They need a water source in which to get water. So, let's see here. We do not have the nuclear material to make that. We can make that. We do not have the experience necessary or nuclear material to make that. So, okay. Now, I can make this, but it takes 5 power. It'll produce me more than enough water, and it doesn't use up a settler to make it the water. There are industrial revolution, or industrial plots that will make the necessary the necessary water that I need, and it will grow with the settlement, but it also uses a settler to work those, and well, right now I've got 4 people to work with. So, but I do realize that there are certain plots that I want specifically, so, and I'm just going to throw them back here. Use building plan, and this is going to be mud farm, Kinggath, and it's going to be a mute fruit mud farm. I go ahead and come over here. Choose building plan. I want this to be a corn mud farm. Building plan, and this is going to be a tater mud farm. And the reason why that is taters, corn, and mute fruit can be all cooked down into vegetable starch, which basically means free glue, free adhesive. Okay. Now, all right. Too far. I was actually expecting that. Let's see here. This looks to be about mid. Okay, I got that pretty close. That's the exact mid right there. Okay. Oh, actually, no, it's not the exact mid. I was probably actually dead on the exact mid originally. Okay. So with this wire, I do provide power all the way around this if I have a power source. Which I think, for the sake of my sanity, I might go with wire power source. Build a couple of these right up here. Okay, so that's 9 very quiet green wind energy providing power for all of the bunks, each requiring 1. There's only 4, so there's room to grow on. 3 of my people are working on farms. Preston Garvey's dead weight, so I only have 4 working people. Now the problem is I'm now below on defense. I have 1 worker left. That being said, I'm going to put in Industrial Revolutions, Advanced Building, up here. Oh boy. Yep. And this, choose building plan, is going to be the scrapyard. And I seem to have done this in a way It's impossible to actually wire the way I was wiring things. Groovy. Problem solved. Okay. But we are still without defense. So, what we will do is we're going to see if we can make 15 of these guys. There we go. So we now have defense where it's needed. Alright. Now to talk to Preston.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here.
Oh yeah,
Make it a place to call home.
It's my place. I live here?
I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
You know what? Forget it.
Forget I said anything. I don't want to talk about it.
No worries. We've all got our past to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't need to know anything you don't want to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Okay, and...
I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you can go help out the settlement?
Oh, good. I was hoping for a chance to rescue some more helpless villagers.
It's not that people are helpless. They just need someone to give them a helping hand sometimes. That's what the Minutemen are supposed to be all about. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Alright, so I have a lot of levels up to put in here. So, I'm going to go and get that. Go ahead and get that. We're gonna go ahead and get that. Then we're gonna go ahead and get that point there. And we're gonna call that good. So I've got some lockpick, I've got some hacking, some scrapping. I can build trade routes now. Once I hit level 14, I'll be able to rebuild the crafting stations that I tore down in the rush to build this place. Okay. But the point is this. This place was designed to go ahead and provide power, work, food, shelter, water, defense.
Sure,
Very
let me
basic.
just stop what I'm doing to talk to you.
Very, very basic. Now, let's talk to
Willing to
Sturgis.
do some work?
I love work. I could sit and watch it all day.
Well, for starters, use some real beds. We've been sleeping on...
Do I look like a carpenter to you?
I don't know what you look like. You said you were willing to help. Making beds is what we need help with.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay, good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses, there's a workbench over...
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
Oh, I guess drinking from the river isn't good enough for you.
Well, we've been getting by, but the surface water isn't safe to drink regularly. I'm not looking for anything fancy. A well or two would do the trick just fine.
Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I doubt anything will grow around here.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised. I'm no farmer, but I've seen people growing crops in much less promising spots than this.
Hey, Sturgis.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
What sort of defenses did you have in mind?
Walls, sandbags, turrets, whatever you can put together.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
What next?
Well, I guess figuring out how to get back to living, instead of just surviving. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls, actually, come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
Did that complete that quest? I guess so. Alright. I'm used to getting, like, you know, a healthy experience boost out of that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and go in here. Don't think I need to be carrying around the minigun. That'll save me on some weight. So this is the loadout we're going to go ahead and go with. Alright, back here.
Sanctuary. I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy is tied to this place.
Yeah. Energy! Next thing you know that you're going to go ahead and pull out your hands and Reiki heal me. I think I'm going to move on. As much as people go ahead and do that stuff. But then again, it works in the Fallout community because there's the shining. I mean, I swear. I wonder if the developers of Fallout 4 are Stephen King's fans. Because they also describe their supernatural abilities as shining. Oh, there's a pup right there. Wild one. Hey now. Don't be doing that. Bad pup. Oh. You ran like that. You startled me, dog. Actually need a firearm for you. Let's see here. Weapons. Shotgun should do. Come back. more of this popping in and out. It's getting annoying. What it is. You didn't hear anything. That way. That now means I can get that.
Who's there? Shoot him! Shoot him all!
This shouldn't take long.
Alright. Ooh, I'm out. All right. And this is a campfire that I cannot cook on. Okay. I do need to go and eat some food though. Characters. Ooh. And I think right up here in the mountains there is a up. Yeah, here it is. Another little hidey hole that I might just stop by and just pick up some stuff. Oh God! Wow. That's not something I was expecting. 2 shotgun shots to the face and then the dog rips my throat out. Wow. I was like, why am I on the ground? Why can't I stop this? Hey Anthony, welcome to the stream. Well, that put me back at base with like I don't know how much undone. Wow, the entire Talk to Sturgis quest line not finished. Great, Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for just
Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to. Well,
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. I feel better already, knowing we have.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal. Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Trouble.
Right.
We need.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more.
Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better. It's been...
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course. When...
There. Okay. We got that taken care of. Put the minigun away. Broken power arm bit. Minigun. What did I just... No. Inventory. Apparel. Okay. I'm gonna say this right now. Just saw this person run up to you. Would you think Raider or would you think Vault Dweller? Or would you think what? I mean, Scabber maybe? Alright. I'm going to do smart thing. I'm just going to shortcut. Straight there, then I'll go straight to 10 Pines. Hey, Elysium, how's it going? Doggone it. I love that, Anthony. Yes, doggone it indeed. Got murdered by a dog. Alright. Alright. So. Anything worth looting here? Why, hello. Oh, hello. You know what? I do not like being poisoned. Just gonna say that now. Med-X. And just pork and beans. Sugar bombs. Some yum-yums. And then... How did... Go away! You see how much health I've lost? Look at this. Half dead. Reason why I don't like freaking bugs. Freaking bugs, I swear. Eat the gourd. Purify water. Frickin' bugs. Just a couple scabbers.
Hey.
No, I didn't want to command you. Settler. Squirrel on a stick. Pack water. Alright. So, make use of this cook station while I have it. There we go. There. Now I've got some cooked food. Whoop. Okay. Basic excavations. Here.
Excellent.
Tattoos. New facial tattoo. Apparently the dog found something. What'd you find? You found nothing. Apparel. Let's see here. I didn't find anything. Go ahead and get all this stuff out of my inventory that I don't need. There you go. I'm gonna hold on to that too, as well as those. There you go, pup.
Got it.
Ah. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you got New Vegas. Glad to hear you're also loving it.
Sweet.
Bowset isn't mean enough? Okay. Alright. Alright. Charisma is currently 7. Okay. Hey, you.
Hello.
Looking to earn some caps? I could use a hand here if you're all done gawking, you know.
I could probably help. For a few caps extra.
I was gonna give you something anyway. 75 caps for your time?
Not sure if I'm up for it. A couple more caps might change my mind, though.
Just had to push, didn't you?
Looks like you've got your hands full. I'll leave you to it.
Fine, whatever.
You wouldn't give me the caps. Keep in mind, this character's a little rougher with people than my previous character. I had a 7 charisma. I expected to go ahead and pass 2. Maybe not the 3rd, but at least 2. And plus, he was going to go ahead and he went from 50 to 75. And he expected me to work for 75. If you ain't offering at least 100 caps, you are wasting my time. Of course, now that he's dead, I'll probably do the work anyways. Because reasons. Okay. Radix. Yeah, you guys are used to me playing a nicety nice guy, but people ask me to play Bowsette, which, you know, Bowser personified in a female character. I don't think being a nice guy is what this character does. So yeah, people ask me to go ahead and start a brand new character and not play them as goody two-shoes nice as I normally do. So. Now that... Oh! Okay. You've been crippled. Thank you for that, game. I appreciate you going ahead and providing me that play-by-play. Cripple. Effect. Let's see here. There. Shotgun's still the best option.
Bring it!
There's one down. Hey, that's my dog. You don't shoot another man's dog. Ooh. And there went your face. Ah, there we go. I don't mind having a cup either. There we go. Alright. Unknown user. In that case, get Cannibal, Sandman, Night Person, and Bloody Mess, if you haven't already. The character just started out, and I was making this character to go ahead and test out all the new changes that was done, just announced by Kinggath. So I am going to be doing a crafting city build first, but definitely there are some perks that I'm definitely going to want to get into. Cannibal's far away, so I don't see myself getting into that. But one more point in agility or luck, and we can go ahead and get Sandman and Bloody Mess. Few more points into luck, we can go ahead and get better criticals, banging criticals, but I think Grim Reaper Sprint is where it really is at. The new apartment's actually working out really great. Mom's having a hard time adjusting to it, which is understandable considering her fragile mental condition. But, you know, me and Dad are just trying to go ahead and help her the best we can and support her and that sort of thing. It's one of those things where you just gotta be understanding. Fucking blowflies. Oh, thank you, Pop. The build you offered is capable of being a terrifying serial killer. Absolutely. I do not disagree with that. Thank you for the suggestion. Keep in mind, though, I have a feeling that if we're looking at Bowser after he's used the princess shroom, that turns him into a Princess Peach-like female. He's going to be definitely more into abduction than murder. And anything to get power, which might involve some murder. Right now I am playing nice with the Minutemen, just so I can go ahead and put Garvey to work. Alright, that gave me a level. And it also leads me to more people that I can get away with murdering. Okay. Now I do want to go ahead and get Party Girl and Chem Resistance as soon as possible, because those are my paths into being able to get some rather nice things. So I think, what should I want to go and do? I think focusing on Chem Resistance.
Hey.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
If I told you I'm with the Minutemen, would you still want to shoot me?
You're with the Minutemen? I didn't really think you fellas still existed. We sent word with one of them passing traders, but honestly, I never expected anything to come of it. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Bad business, that.
I didn't expect to get lectured by the people I came to help.
I didn't mean to give offense. I'm damn glad you're here, no mistake. There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks. Stealing food and supplies, threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
Will you be willing to join the Minutemen once I've dealt with those raiders?
Well, we'll certainly give it a good long think. People have gotten used to not being able to count on you folks. That's not gonna change overnight.
I'm doing a service for you. I'm expecting something back. Now, normally, I think my character would handle this differently. I personally. But if I'm playing the character here...
You know... What just happened? Over here!
Oh, I'm so sorry. The raiders must have got to them first, Preston. They were dead when I showed up. Always see more ammo on you guys. Welcome back. We just got a settlement. Don't pay attention to the settler bodies that are on the ground. And using the command to scrap all. Alright, everything that was on that settlement that was scrappable is now in here. And now we take all. So rather than having to build out this settlement that could barely support anybody at all, we've taken all the resources from it and we're now leaving. Back to Preston. Milt, stop being evil. People ask me to play a specific character. A specific way. I mean, a female version of Bowser. What do you expect him to do? Now let's see how Preston Garvey responds to this turn of events. Sorry, Preston, they were dead when I got there.
Need something?
I had some trouble. That settlement you sent me to. They aren't going to support our cause.
That's a real shame. We can't afford to waste opportunities to show people that the Minutemen can make their lives better. By the way, you should have one of these flare guns. You can use it to signal for help from any nearby Minutemen. Not much use yet, but once we have more allied settlements, you'll have help whenever you need it. I don't think I ever told you what happened to the Minutemen. How I ended up.
I'm not interested in your life story.
Just hear me out. Have you heard of the...
No.
I thought everyone... We're the Minutemen. I was with Colonel Hollis's group. We were the only... If we never found a safe...
I know how...
Yeah, I guess you do. That's why I'm talking...
Right? That means a lot coming from you, Garvey.
I appreciate...
No. I'm not your savior. I have my own problems to deal with.
I get it. You can't take care of other people's problems when you're still overwhelmed by your own. But one day, I hope you change your mind and...
Sure.
Okay. And I just turned down joining the Minutemen. Don't kill settlements, turn them into slave camp plantations. Wow, unknown user, that's kind of rough. No, I don't plan to go ahead and enslave settlers. Yeah, maybe later. But that's not my overarching goal here. I was just trying to go ahead and get that quest done as quick as possible. To get to the point where Preston will actually, you know, work instead of meander about.
I'm busy.
Let's see, I need a test to see if I actually did. fix him so he's assignable now. Or if I actually have to join the Minutemen to assign him to anything. I have to join the Minutemen, otherwise he's a dead weight on this entire community. Thanks. Okay. Well, now that I know, let's see here. Okay. Okay, we got a beacon up. Took the last bit of crystal that I had to do, but it's good. So. Okay. And alright. I love the Workshop Plus mod that allows you to just fly around, zip around the settlement, and just build what you want to build. Okay. Now let's come out here. Inventory. Let's see. Flare gun. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Ooh. Wait a second. That hat gives an intelligence bonus. Just mean I'd level faster. Mining helmet that gives 3 armor, or no armor but 1 intelligence. We'll go with that. Alright. And then, actually, let's get out of that real quick. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now. Yep. Full hedgeler, that's one way to put it. I put it in the workbench, yet it still remained. Okay. Alright.
That Declon Conqueror is bad news, huh, Mama? You ever seen one of those suckers before?
Oh, sure. Plenty.
Okay. Some potatoes, purified water, meat food. Okay, so.
Hey. All by myself. No power armor, fancy minigun.
Alright.
You telling me you killed a Deathclaw with 1 bullet? Come on. What do you take me for?
It's true.
I don't think we've met yet. I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this into a real home.
Anything specific you want me to do, I'm willing to pitch in anywhere you need.
Did you need anything?
Not right now. We're pretty well set for the moment.
Okay, so we got a new, wonderful couple new people. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is up here. I'm going to go ahead and go again to the industrial plots. I'm going to put 1 here. And attach it. Wait for my character to drop back down. Choose building plan. Let's see here. I think this will also be a scrapyard. Then I will go ahead and come over here. And actually, you know what? Prove I'm not an absolute terror to my people. We'll put a recreational spot right here. Let's see here. Choose building plan. No, that's the wrong one. I was looking for recreational facility, not merchant. Oops. There we go. Oh, that is not placed well.